Hi, and welcome to this video series. This is the 8th video in this guide for making a factory layout in virtual reality with the help of Unreal Engine. However, this is the first video in making simulations inside of your factory. In this video, we will guide you through how to create your own visualizations of product flows above objects, for example, the machines. The code is already implemented, so what's left to be done is defining the product flow and make a few adjustments in the code. It is important that all your objects that should be included in your product flow are placed in the level editor. Here you can also see the timestamps for this video. So, in order for the visualizations to work, you need to define the order of the stations that the product transports between. This is done by giving a value to an existing variable on each of the stations. Here we have already built up our factory, as you can see. Start by selecting the object that should be the first station in the product flow. I choose this one and go to Details. Under Default, there is a variable called Station. Since this is the first station, we give it the number 1. Next, give the number 2 to the next station in line. Repeat this process for all the stations that should be included in the product flow simulation, and increase the number for each station. For this demonstration, we will mark one more object. Let's take this shelf here. When you define your product flow, make sure that the numbers are in chronological order, starting with the number 1. Now that the product flow has been defined, we need to add a spline into the level. This spline will find the stations and build itself between them. The visualization of product flows will be connected to this spline later on. In the content browser, under Simulations, there is this blueprint called BP Spline above. Drag it out into the world. You can even drag it under the floor because we don't really need to see it. To check that everything is working, let's go into VR. Go to Environment Settings and activate Product Path. Now you see numbers above the objects that are included in the product flow. Make sure that the numbers in fact are above the objects. If they are not, like here for the shelf, we need to do some adjustments inside a blueprint. To adjust the height, in the outliner, find the BP spline above. Go to Details and find the variable spline height here under Default. This value controls the z-axis of the numbers. We can, for example, change this value to 450. Go into VR again to check that the numbers are above the objects. We go inside and see that this looks fine, so I'm happy here. Change the Z value until you are satisfied with the height of the numbers. That's all for this video. In the next video, we'll be explaining how to connect a Niagara system to the built spline to complete the product flow visualization. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one.